wearing all black.
Aloha! Here with JC and Jeff.
Ain't no time for school today.
Hitting bombs.
Hey, watch this punch cut lob wedge. Replace your Marshalls with cart girls. They're better looking, they're serving drinks.
Got to hit bombs off the tee.
Phil talking about a guy taking a shit in the cut.
Mahalo!
If we did fireside with Phil.
Fire the stick.
Hit bomb and attack the pin.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Aloha Press show. My name is JC, and tonight I'm your solo co-host. Unfortunately, Jeff could not make it to tonight's show, but when you're listening to the show, I want you to understand the reality of what is happening on December 1st. It's my son's birthday. It's 3 years ago. He was born on this particular day, and it's absolutely exciting. I'm excited to see him grow up these last 3 years. I'm excited to see what the Aloha Press has actually turned out to be. I mean, it was just a dream. I think that was a rap song once. But anyways, it was one of those things that the Aloha Press was started for some very specific reasons. It was really to essentially get my dumbass out of like the depression that I was in. It was one of those things that we had talked about and wanted to create something to essentially distract my mind from life, from the current job I had. And then like back in 2020, I just said, screw it. Moving to Atlanta, Georgia, going all in on the Aloha Press, the dream of hosting a podcast each and every week, a YouTube show to you fine folks out there in the YouTube world and podcast world. And we've reached so many people. We've done incredible things. We've given back. We've given back to our communities. We've been able to host some amazing events, host and talk, and be able to interact with every single one of you, which has been absolutely incredible. So thank you for joining us. This is our 3-year anniversary, and it's rather special to me, quite honestly. It started out with just a dream. But we're here to talk about some golf this week. We've got to recap all kinds of golf nonsense going on in the world today. It is one thing, your boy JC, again, dropping another victory for you. We're going to get into the match, talk about that a little bit about that. Tiger Woods is back on the scene. We got the Hero World Challenge. We've got some sad news about Lee Elder, unfortunately passing away last Sunday. Plus, we're going to get into some Turkey golf. And what else is on the old agenda? Saudi Arabia is back in the mix. And it is going to get frisky. I can guarantee it. So sit back, enjoy. If you need to pause this show right now, grab yourself a morning cocktail, okay? And just hold on tight, because this is going to be a hell of a ride on this beautiful, beautiful 3-year anniversary of the Aloha Press. Now, as you are sitting back, relaxing, fat and happy, I was sitting there on the golf course trying to embrace what the hell was going on at the match. Jeez Louise. It is one of those things that you look back and realize you got two meatheads that aren't very entertaining. You got Brooks and Bryson going out battling match play, 12 holes, and you try and muster up the energy to get these guys to just go out there and fucking talk some shit. But instead, you had a little quiet session of two boring chunkers out there on the golf course playing fucking boring golf. I mean, to be quite honest with you, if we didn't have Phil Mickelson and Charles Barkley in the TNT production of the mastery of golf, I think we would all fallen asleep watching these two fuckers. Because the golf wasn't really good. The golf course was absolutely ridiculous. It was absolutely horrible. Tree lined, pretty small. I mean, immaculate condition. If there was a highlight reel for golf courses for downtown Vegas, they could have played this goddamn thing match at freaking Top Golf if they wanted to. That's how bad it was. You needed a couple fences to keep these freaking drives in play. But I gotta say, the thing that I appreciated the most was it was fucking right on time, okay? Brooks Koepka's out there and fucking wins the goddamn thing. And I don't even know what he won. It was relatively quick. I mean, tied, 1 up, 2 up, 3 up, 4 up, 4 and 3 match. See you later, Bryson. Go back to Fresno. Go pump a few more irons. Okay, and hit that long ball. It just absolutely, for me, putting in place where Jeff had the opportunity to pick his winner, and he chose wrong. I got the opportunity to take Brooks Koepka, the guy I wanted, and sure enough, he goes out there and stomps on Bryson. The chatter. Let's get into the chatter of this actual match. Everyone anticipated this real shit talk, but you got to realize the candy-coated TNT. You got the CNN Plus network on there, okay? I'm surprised Nancy Pelosi didn't call in and fucking give her fucking 2 cents. Good God, gun control talk would have been more exciting than these two guys talking shit, all right? You could have filmed San Francisco and it'd been way more entertaining. Because Brooks and Bryson, they couldn't say what they were thinking when they were asked about it. I mean, a couple zingers in there, I get it. Bryson was giving him a little shit. I mean, off the first tee with his cupcake gate. I don't know what the hell that was. Bryson, if he's ever in charge of my kid's birthday party and he's in charge of the cupcakes, he is gonna fucking fail. He brought 4 cupcakes for about 40,000 fucking people. And then, Brooks, would you like a cupcake? I brought some cupcakes for the tea box. What are you? Who are you, Bryson? Are you the chef? Are you a cook? What are you, Miss Muffin? Mary Miss Muffin? I can't. I'm not up to date on my child tales, but I'm just saying the shit talking did not start well, and you knew it wouldn't because this match needed to happen about 8 months ago when this fucking rivalry started. The PJ Tour fell on their face. They had an opportunity to give us what we wanted, and they couldn't. USGA, US Open, Torrey Pines, opportunity to put these two idiots together while the friction is hot. But instead, we get it there in Vegas for the match number 6 or 5 or whatever the hell it was. And it was another disappointment on the trash talking scene. Because it was CNN Plus. It was TNT. You can't get these guys out there and give you rated R golf content is what we all wanted. That's what we needed. Again, go back to our old show. I know it was a long time ago, exactly 6.5 days ago. And you got to recollect and you got to realize that Jeff and I had a fucking point. We got to get this thing on pay-per-view, all right? I want to hear Bryson, okay, was asked by Charles Barkley and Phil Mickelson, hey, what are you thinking? What kind of shit talking when you give him on the golf course? And he gave the most honest answer in the world. That shit ain't good for the TV. Okay, I can't say it out here. I'd get fined, get canceled. I mean, you don't go down that road. I mean, people are chopping people up, especially on that freaking CNN Plus. Hell, I might get canceled just saying it. But I'm thinking out there, and I'm realizing that you were expecting 2 golfers who, by the way, could entertain a weight set just a hair better than the actual audience that is tuned in. I don't know what the numbers are. I haven't seen the numbers on the telecast, but I'm assuming they're halfway decent because in the sports world, what the hell's going on Friday night? High school football or the match? I'm probably watching the match. I was watching the match. Well, technically, I was drinking in a bar after I played golf watching the match. But how do you expect these 2 meatheads to go out there and entertain us for 4.5 hours? I mean, sure, Brooks kicks the shit out of him, a few jabs, but utterly, it just wasn't a very entertaining content. But the guy who saved the freaking show is Phil Mickelson. And damn it, Phil, damn it, you had to go out there last year and win a major championship, didn't you? Because Nick Faldo was about to get fired, okay? Nick Faldo was on the hot seat to go to the unemployment line, okay? And I mean, to go straight to pay less and start selling shape-ups, okay? Shape-ups and those square fucking golf shoes, all right? Nick Faldo was ready. He had his bag packed. He had that little square box. And he was going to head to Golf Channel and cry just a little bit more on the telecast. Because Phil Mickelson was ready. He was going to take your spot. He was going to take your seat. And then Phil did what Phil did. He went out there and smoked all the young guys on a very difficult golf course using rangefinders at the PGA Championship and gets a major championship. He ain't ever going to the booth unless he's getting paid a lot of money because he is one of the most entertaining people I've ever heard commentate about golf. He made this match entertaining. He gave us what we wanted. Some real insight, some real Phil knowledge. As a golfing geek as I am, I appreciate it, Phil. Thank you. And Charles Barkley. I love it, man. You're just asking the simple questions. You're bringing up common things. Phil, what the hell do you mean the green grass and the shades of the grain and the sun and the friction of the air density and all these magical things. It was like Jim Nantz and Tony Romo last Sunday. Or excuse me, Thursday. And it got me thinking, if we could have Phil Mickelson just get CBS, NBC, figure it out, okay? Let's get him on 6 weeks a year, okay? Let's take some of the events that he ain't going to play in, okay? Instead of him smoking everyone out of the Champions Tour, get him in the booth. I don't care if it's the Zozo Dingaling Championship. Pay him whatever he needs. If he needs $10 million, I guarantee you, you will make that back up in revenue because people want to hear his take. People wanted to freaking hear it on the match, and we only got 12 holes. We only got 12 holes. The only suggestion I would make is, Phil, take off the freaking glasses. Okay, old man? They appear to be, what are those ones with the where you can see out the top and read in the bottom? Are those bifocals? What are those? Is that what they are? Is your eyes hurting? Do you need latex or Litex? What is that, eye surgery thing? I can't remember. But I'm just saying it. Phil Mickelson came out tweeting and says, Brooks' beatdown of Bryson was fun to commentate. I'm best taken in small doses, so probably a good thing it ended early. Phil, I disagree. I completely disagree. After listening to Tony Romo and Jim Nantz on the old broadcast out at Thanksgiving, talking Raider football, okay, little Dallas Cowboy football, you got to think Tony Romo's one of the best commentators because he can see what's going to happen next. And if you got to hear that for 4 hours on a telecast led by Jim Nantz and Phil Mickelson, 6 weeks out of the year, it'd be like fucking Christmas. It'd be amazing. It'd be like the Aloha Press was born every like few months. I'd be overjoyed, jacked. So wrapping up the match, I mean, Brooks, Bryson, are you going to be invited back? I don't know. In my opinion, it's a big no. These guys are, unless they get into a fist fight or if there's some money on the line, maybe it's their money. But other than that, I'm going to give it a thumbs down on these two hefters. It just isn't, it's just too late. If you want to capitalize on a rivalry, they needed to do it about 8 months ago, and it just didn't happen. And it is what it is. So moving on to all the news that you guys actually want to talk about. All the news that's been breaking, it's breaking the freaking internet. I can promise you that. Tiger Woods news conference, tournament host at the Hero World Challenge. I don't typically watch news conferences. I don't typically watch player interviews. I never watch tournament host interviews. And the reason for it, because they're really boring. But I mean, it's Tiger freaking Woods. I mean, the guy hit a 3-second golf shot on Twitter and it broke Twitter. It broke golf Twitter. He won the PIP Challenge, the Player Impact Program. Give him the $40 million. He deserves it. He was asked several questions. And after watching and listening to his interview with these absolutely brain-dead reporters, they just... Could they get a fire up their ass? Can they have a few cocktails before they start asking questions? Because some of the shit that they were talking about is just like, Tiger, I'm wondering, well, you remember the accident. Obviously, we saw the results and it looked horrifying and scary. And I have a follow-up to that. Tiger Woods, yeah, all those answers have been answered in the investigation, so you can read about all of that there in the post report. Thanks, reporter guy. Where'd you get your degree? I would like to know because I need one to maybe get one of those fancy badges you have because you suck at asking questions. You think Tiger Woods is going to freaking give you that one? You think he's just going to lay down and go, oh, I got a secret nugget for you that I kept from the cops. He's got a worldwide brand. He is printing money after a 3 second shots. He's the reason why you have a freaking job. He's the reason why the PGA Tour has never gone into an actual recession. Increased purses year after year. Crash 2008. The crash of the coronavirus. None of that shit could go down because Tiger Woods always was coming back. Now, Tiger was asked, have you played golf holes like a full hole or 18 holes? Because we saw the shot. We saw the 3 second shot, a little wedge shot, smoothie, crispy, little 80-yard chipper. We saw it. It was beautiful. I wish I could swing like that. I had to get hit in the head of the golf ball to even hit it like that. But I'm saying, Tiger Woods was asked, have you played 18 holes? And sure enough, Tiger Woods had no holding back. Yeah, I played full holes. Yeah, but not for my tee markers. In my opinion, and then he went on to kind of joke about, the USGA big campaign, play it forward, play a little faster golf. And it was cool to see that, and it's cool to hear that he has played some golf. He did recognize that, his back and his leg hurts. It's a fucking traumatic thing. I mean, shit, he was in this car accident less than 9 months ago and spent 3 months in a hospital bed, as he explained in one of the news broadcasts interview that he had. Explained that, his whole goal in life at one point in time was just to get outside. Spent most of his career outside. He really, he asked people just to push him outside in his wheelchair, which is, you think you take life for granted at times, and you never know, like, that fucking car accident. Good God. He explained in his interview, he almost lost his leg. He almost had to have it amputated. And I don't know about you, but that would be absolutely horrible. I'm trying to find my cameras. If you're listening to this podcast right now, you probably don't understand. Like, I have 2 different cameras set up, and I got this cool video switcher, but sometimes I get lost. I don't know which one I'm pushing or hitting, so I'm constantly looking around. So getting back to Tiger Woods, I mean, it feels really good to have him back. Just to be in the golfing world. I mean, he's got golf pants on, he's got a golf shirt. It was cool to see. He did express that, his future and what he's working with. He talked about, having a conversation with his family, and they all decided that, yeah, they want him to play tournament level golf again. He was asked about St. Andrews, 150th Open Championship. He's won there a couple times. Tiger Woods explained St. Andrews is his favorite golf course in the world that he's ever played. And physically, he said, hopefully he can. I've got to get there first. Tournament's going to go anywhere, but I need to get there. It was one of those things that, if he could play in a major championship, that would be absolutely fucking amazing. Especially the Open Championship. I mean, if he could, that would be awesome. I think he will. I don't know if he'll play particularly well, but it's cool to see. Tiger Woods is an absolute freak. I've decided. It's just as crazy. This guy has, from the back surgeries to the knee surgeries to the Achilles to the leg to the car crashes to the fucking 7 irons to the Escalade. It is absolute. To the hookers and the strippers and just the nonsense that's gone on in this guy's world. I don't know how he's mentally standing, let alone standing on 2 feet. If anyone, he might be Jesus, I've decided. He might, if you're believing in the golfing gods, this guy's God. He has to be. Mentally, if you think you've got it fucked up, this guy, holy moly. What a roller coaster of a ride. It is absolutely incredible. Good to have him back. It is one of those things that I just, it's so exciting to have Tiger Woods back, and it really makes a difference. Even if just the thought and the possibility that he can even play golf is absolutely incredible, because, he mentioned in his conference that, he's 46 years old. He's not getting any younger, and he's, his body's involved in, God, some horrific things. I can't even imagine. You stub your toenail on the, the kitchen counter after making your turkey sandwich, for the 6th time, and you feel like you're going to pass out. This guy's, just saying, he's golfing God. It is absolutely incredible. So exciting to have him back. It's going to be fun to see him here running around Hero World Challenge. I'm assuming they're going to tune into him hitting some chip shots, putts, that kind of thing. It'll be cool to see. News broke earlier today in regards to Lee Elder. I mean, this guy, unfortunately, 87 years old, passed away. He was featured as a guest out at the Masters in regards to the history and the barriers that he broke down. The racial barriers as the first black golfer to play in the Masters. Really paved the way for Tiger Woods and many others as followed. He unfortunately passed away on Sunday. Lee Elder, I mean, he has done incredible and remarkable things for the game of golf. I mean, what he did at the Masters this last year was absolutely remarkable. It was unfortunate he could not hit a tee shot. It was unfortunate what Gary Player's son did to him. But at the same time, you got to recognize that this man was not the best, but he was the best at standing up to diversity, standing up to the ability to pretty much give you the fuck you. I'm gonna accomplish my goal, and you're not gonna stand in my way. It's really inspirational. It's just really motivating, and it's really cool to see to someone that has to go through those many challenges to be treated that way. I mean, it's absolutely horrible, but has, if anything, given incredible courage and optimism and just pure heart to be able to go out and do it, the things that he did and the conditions that they did it in, and the way he was treated and the way he just accomplished his goal in life. Sad to see him passing. I know it was a hero to many of us. So best wishes to his family. Really, really sad to see someone who I hope to see more at the Masters. And unfortunately, we only had that opportunity once. So best of wishes to his family and the people that, hopefully his legacy will live on. And I look forward to the next Masters to see what they have, to present in regards to in his honor. So moving on a more exciting note, let's not get too Debbie Downer here on this beautiful December 1st, 2018. 3 years of the Aloha Press. It feels amazing. I mean, we just got to do this like 7 more years, and I think we're going to, contend with Barstool. We're going to kick the shit out of them at some point in time, or the media will probably cancel us. And them too. But hey, that's the way it goes. Anyways, 2022 Saudi Arabia International Player Field has been dropped. The Saudi Tour event, okay, which is on the Asian Tour now. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because all of this drama. Tiger Woods was asked about it in regards to the new league that's popping up in Saudi Arabia. Tiger Woods has designated his honor, his loyalty is going to be sticking with the PGA Tour. He brought up how Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer essentially created the PGA Tour, which is interesting fact. But the Saudi Arabia folks, led by Greg Norman, the limp shark, has come out with some participants. Okay, this event has been hosted for the last 3 years in relationship with the European Tour. Very controversial that the European Tour even took an event to Saudi Arabia against a lot of people's advice. Now the European Tour and the PGA Tour has formed this alliance, and they have actually withdrawn and have no actual relationship with this particular tournament. And a big list came out about the participants. This event is going to be held the same week of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am, which I'm a huge fan of. Not a huge fan of these big guys, big names moving over to Saudi Arabia to participate and avoiding such a iconic golf course, specifically on the West Coast at Pebble Beach. I wanted to bring up a few names. And these few names are going to be subject possibly to some fines, some restrictions, some scare tactics that the PGA Tour and European Tour came out and advised that they would fine players if they participated. The PGA Tour and the European Tour have until 30 days prior to the event to either deny or authorize the event for these players to participate in. But it hasn't scared away any of the big boys who are going to be possibly participating and possibly taking on some of those fines. So naming off a couple of the guys: Abraham Answer, Paul Casey, Bryson DeChambeau, Tommy Fleetwood, Sergio Garcia, Turl Hatton, Jason Kokrak, big Saudi ambassador, Dustin Johnson, Shane Lowry, Cram McDowell, Phil Mickelson, Kevin Na. Who the hell is paying Kevin Na to go over there? Anyways, Joaquin Niemann, Louis Oosthuizen, Ian Poulter, Xander Schauffele, Adam Scott, Hendrik Stenson, Harold Varner III, and a couple other guys: Bubba Watson, Lee Westwood, and another one who I thought was kind of funny, Jason Duffner. Jason Duffner made the list. Good for Justin. Jason, good for good old Duff. I'm a big fan of Duff. Big Duff fan for some reason. He big hefty, country boy, the big old wad of chewing tobacco on his lip. Just absolutely big fan. But as I look at this list, and I realize these guys don't give a shit. They don't care who they're gonna play for. That money, that's what they're playing for. They are playing for the damn money. These Saudi events absolutely fork out just a large a fee to essentially show up to their event. I can only imagine what the fee is for Jason Duffner. What, $2 What, a free ride? What do we got? I mean, major championship winner. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I mean, guys like, Abraham Answer, young guy. I mean, Joaquin Niemann, Xander Schauffele, even Louis Oosthuizen. I mean, Harold Varner III. I mean, these are young guys. Bubba Watson. God, I mean, he drives a General Lee, for God's sakes. It shows me that someone can write a very large check and you're going to risk your own loyalty to the tour that has paid you a bunch of money. But it speaks that there's an opportunity for these guys. And to be quite honest with you, I love the competition. I love what the Saudi organization is really just stirring up things. Do I believe that it's a great organization? And I think, do I think I'll support the Saudi whatever golf organization? Absolutely fucking not. Those guys are fucking crazy bastards. And I don't want anything to do with those fuckers. I don't want anything to do with Greg Norman. Especially as he's leaving his sausage out on the freaking beach, getting, going from 6 to midnight when there's kids on the beach, okay? Dude's a fucking creeper. In my opinion. Hopefully I don't get sued for that shit. Anyways, what I'm saying is this. They're going to rustle some feathers when it comes to the actual PGA Tour, and I think it's a good thing because honestly, right now, the PGA Tour is not a great product. It's something that I don't enjoy watching. I love watching golf. I don't like watching the way they present it. I don't like the way that they're treating the fans. The fans are the most important part of this thing. They're the one that drives the revenue for advertising dollars. They're increasing the viewership. They're increasing all of these things. But I'm saying you got winter golf here, and it's not good. It's not a good. I mean, the reason why we're going to tune into the Real World Challenge is not because of the guys who are playing it. It's because of Tiger Woods. We're going to recognize that. We don't have another Tiger Woods down the stretch. I mean, who's the guy who's going to be pulling up the reins, okay, as the next Tiger Woods? We could only make a couple guys. I mean, Roy McIlroy, probably not. Jordan Spieth, no. Justin Thompson, no. Jason Duffner, hell no. Kevin Na, whoa, hell, too many yips away from that. But I'm saying there's not a guy on the horizon you go, that's the next Tiger Woods. That's a dominant guy who's going to go out there and just absolutely stomp on people, who are going to go out there and kill and just win major championships and win events every single time they show up. We just don't have that guy. The guy who wears blood red on Sunday, I mean, besides Patrick Reed, who's not a killer. He might kill a Krispy Kreme store, but we don't have that guy yet. And we're looking for him. We're looking fucking pretty hard. But how do you increase the product? And I think what this Saudi event thing's going to do is it's going to fire up the PGA Tour. Instead of paying these guys, pay them whatever you want, but deliver a better product. Deliver what we want. We want more golf shots. We want less commercials. We want less Nick Faldo. We want less of this just catered, just pumpkin pie delivery system of the PGA Tour. I want to see guys get punched in the mouth. Not physically. I'm just saying I want some action. I want the guy who's getting mic'd up, talking a little shit. I want to hear that stuff. I want to see a backstory. I want to feel what those guys are feeling. I want the story of not the wonderful, hop, skip, and a jump of this beautiful PGA Tour where they give millions of dollars to charity. I love all that stuff. I'm saying I need some drama. I need the match every week. I need compelling content. What are we going to be tuning in this week? Let's dive into that. Let's get to the Hero World Challenge. And let's just dive in. I mean, we've got 4 days of Golf Channel, NBC Sports, tuning in. All kinds of stuff. Some of the tops 20 in the world are going to be at this event. I think there's 20 guys playing in this event. It's out in beautiful Albany Golf Club in Albany, Bahamas. I dove into some of the real estate in Albany. Not Albany, Georgia, but Albany, Bahamas. You can buy a freaking island for $39 million. I need the podcast to start paying us more money because I want that island. Just go type in Albany real estate. Watch us till the end or listen to us to the end, but I'm just saying, you can buy a freaking island. Like a couple huts, church on it. It is absolutely beautiful. Crystal clear water. Anyways, we got the Hero World Challenge. If you don't know what the Hero World Challenge is, it's essentially like, I don't know. It's like, I think it's a motorcycle. I don't know. Anyways, top 20 guys in the world. We've got anyone from Matthew Fitzpatrick, Scotty Scheffler, Stan Burns, Daniel Berger, Harris English, Tony Finau, Patrick Reed. You got guys like Abraham Answer. You got the defending champion back in 2019. This event's been canceled a couple times. Henrik Stenson. You have Victor Hovland, Justin Rose, Xander, Colin, Rory, Justin Thomas, Brooks Koepka, Bryson DeChambeau, and Jordan motherfucking Spieth. Now, the real question is who's winning this goddamn thing? Because to be honest with you, this is 4 rounds of just a bunch of buddies playing for $3.5 million. $1 million is going to go to the winner, which hell of a payday to play in some beautiful weather out there. I look for, just a couple things when I'm looking at these, spectacular events, and I'm going to give you my take. There is no cut, so we're not going to do that, but it's tough to do a top 10, especially with 20 guys. Let's do a top. Let's round it off. Let's do a top 3. We're going to do a top 3, and we're going to do a winner. Okay, so I'm giving you some cash. Okay, to go to the bank. Or not to the bank, to the tables, okay, to the sports book. And you're going to put it on 2 guys. 1 guy to win, 1 guy to go top 3. And I'm going with someone who's not going to be distracted by the sunny weather, beautiful beaches. Top 3, it's going to be Victor Hovland. I picked him to win a couple weeks ago in Mayakoba down in Cancun. I mean, there was gunshots on the beach, but that did not distract this guy. He's going top 3 at plus 1,100 to the Vegas odds. I think he's going to go out there and play absolutely amazing golf. He's going to be one of those guys who just plays great beach golf. He's won in Puerto Rico. He's won in Cancun a couple times. This guy loves the warm weather and white sand beaches. Okay? Put it down. Victor Hovland, top 3 this week. And I'm going with a guy to win it all. A guy who I would not normally pick, but with Tiger Woods back in the mix, this is the only guy to go with. This is a guy who needs and wants the drama to be just spilled onto him. He wants it all over his face. And I'm not going all, X-rated here, okay? Because again, we would like to continue here for another couple years, but I'm going with the sand shovel himself, Patrick Reed. This fucker, okay, is not playing great golf. He's sitting at plus 3,300, but the drama that's going to surround this event from the shit he did in 2019, many years ago, I think he's going to go out there and fucking win this thing. He He's not ranked well when it comes to Vegas odds, but put it down at plus 3,300. Okay, the defending champ is at plus 6,600, which is at dead last of the odds. Patrick is going out and winning this damn thing. He's going to surprise the shit out of you. Okay, he knows how to cheat. He knows when the camera's not on him, and he knows when it is. And he's going to be more motivated than ever to go out there and get it done. Especially because, I'm not going to lie, he played okay in the last couple tournaments he played in. He made a couple top tens. So I'm putting my money this week. Hero World Challenge 2021, hosted by Tiger Woods. Look out, a guy wearing victory red, big hefty red. This Sunday, Patrick Reed, top 3 is Victor Hovland at plus 1,100. Put it down. We'll see where it takes you. Now, with that being said, guys, really appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in for this particular show. It's one of those things I really appreciate on these solo shows. I mean, I've been talking for like 30 minutes or so far. And you don't even know how many outtakes I have. I've hit record like 6 times and screwed up the intro every single time. I still, for doing this for the last 3 years, I still get nervous. It's one of those things that people say like, oh, you're an introvert, which I don't believe because I say some of the craziest shit in the world. But I'm saying this. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you made it all the way to the end of this show, do me a favor. Leave me a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you leave reviews for podcasts. If you're watching it here on YouTube, do me a favor. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and hit the little bell notification, and leave a comment. Leave a mean comment. Just leave a comment. Just, hi, happy face. Cheers, something funny, okay? Leave something cool. Do me a favor, leave a review so we can grow this damn thing, okay? I don't know if you noticed on my little whiteboard back there, it says, I would like to apologize to absolutely fucking no one. Okay, I was watching little Conor McGregor, got me all fired up before the show. Anyways, with that being said, guys, really appreciate it. As always, hit bombs, attack pins, and Aloha Press. Cheers.
Wearing all black.
Aloha. Here with JC and Jeff.
Ain't no time for school today.
Hitting bombs.
Hey, watch this punch cut lob wedge. Replace your marshals with cart girls. They're better looking. They're serving drinks.
Got to hit bombs off the tee.
Phil talking about a guy taking a shit in the cut.
Mahalo.
That's what we did fireside with Phil.
Fire at the stick.
Hit bomb and attack the pin.